Listen, I begged people. I was like, I'll pay. And nobody would help me.
How do you stay strong when people start hating on you? You were stretched to the point, like, you probably wanted to give up.
I did.
How you guys doing? I want to welcome you to the Content Aesthetic Show, where we take different aesthetic professional, med spa owners, and allow them to tell their stories. And this episode, we have our superstar, Stormie Anderson, and I am so excited to have her here. Stormie, how are you?
I'm fine. I'm so honored to be here. I've been here a couple of times, but this visit was different because my room is done.
Well, how you feel seeing that you have a room content set dedicated after you?
I'm so honored. Like, I remember you telling me about it, but just seeing it and seeing my plaque on the wall. I mean, not on the wall, but on the desk. Yeah. It's very motivating. Yeah. It's like this type of stuff keeps my momentum up. It keeps my momentum going and making me want to continue to strive in my business.
I love that, because when people come into the set, they actually go right there and they be so excited because they already know that it's dedicated to you. So they more excited. First of all, because you have a Black queen, you have a woman from Detroit, from the inner city of Detroit, making a difference in the community. But your impact is not just local. You're making an impact worldwide. And I think when the different aesthetic professionals get to see that and get to experience that, I think it's like deeper.
Yeah, I think it is too. And I remember telling you one time, like, just the love that I get from people that I don't even know. It's like, it keeps me going. It keeps me wanting to stay grounded. It keeps me wanting to continue to encourage them and inspire them to keep going, because it's not easy, but it is obtainable.
I love that. And so when it comes to business, like, how are you able to stay sane and grow your business?
I think with the team I have, just my team, and I consider you my team, right? Because I can get in a funk and I can call you and you're able to keep my momentum up, or whether that be Chiquita, which is my right hand at the spa, right? So it definitely has to do with my team, but it has to do with my family. A lot of my family depend on me. So it's like, I ain't got no choice. I got to figure it out.
I love that. And so you have a team.
Yes.
A lot of aesthetic professionals attempt to do it by themselves. And those be the people that I see give up the quickest. What is it that makes you say, I got to have a team? And then also, what would you say to them by not having a team?
I think for me, when I first started out, I didn't have a team. So I was the bookkeeper. I was the PR. I was the marketing. I did the content. I did the services. I did everything. And it burns you out. But it burns you out to a capacity that you can't perform, or you can't show up as your best self because you got so many tasks. And I used to say, like, I can't afford a team. I'm not making the money. But in reality, once you add a team on, you make more money.
Oh, that is a cheat code.
Like that, literally, like, you make money because you're able to do more. You're able to delegate more. You're able to show up more as your authentic self, which then converts to sales. Do that make sense?
Yeah, I love that. And a big thing is, some of them might say, well, when was that moment you realized you could hire another person? Because sometimes they might think that they got to be making buku money in order to hire. Like, what was that first moment like? You're a medical aesthetic professional and you want to add another stream of revenue to your services. Well, Stormie Lynn, weight loss supplements is what it is, right? It has a 3-bundle. It has a multivitamin, it has a detox, and it has a fat burner. So you can help and serve more people. Some people can't afford the semaglutide and all of that. So don't leave them hanging. Give them Stormie Lynn. What I want you to do is I want you to click the link in the description so you can become a partner today, and your clients can be more confident, be more sexy in their skin with Stormie Lynn.
So my best friend works with me, and she used to always be like, I'll come help you. She's a nurse. I'll come help you. No, I got it. I think it was my pride. Because I was like, this is my vision, right? And I had already lost a lot of family and a lot of friends in regards to my vision. But she always wanted to help. And I was like, okay. And I seen the difference it made in my business. Like she would come up there and just be like, let me help you do something. You always talking about you tired. Let me help you. So she would come and she would help. And I saw myself the difference that it made from me just not being so tired, me being so more authentic, me being so, me showing up better for my clients, right? So at that moment, I was like, yeah, we got to do this. We can do this. And she's always been the type of person to be like, I'm going to ride with you, right, wrong, or indifferent. I can't do nothing wrong in her eyes. So for me, it was just like, you need that. And it's hard to find. But I have gradually grew my team to a medical assistant, right? And I feel like she has the same ambition that we have as far as growing the business. So I think that's a big component. You have to find somebody who wants to see you succeed, believe in your vision, and is willing to do whatever it takes to make your vision possible.
I love that. And Shakita, I love her because she is your right hand.
She is.
She's not just like, she's not an employee. I don't even look at her as an employee. The reason why is because I look at her as a protector. She's going to protect you at all costs. Sometimes we get employees that only think about protecting the money and not the servant leader. Right. And so I look at her like that. I look at her as a protector. And so for a aesthetic professional that might be on a way to growing, what is the process that you might recommend for them to actually go and hire if they don't got a bestie that's in the field?
I would say start out with commission base. Don't start out hourly. Start out with however your books is set up. Maybe you just start them off part-time, right? Or contingent as needed. You start them off like that. And as your clientele start to grow, then you look more in full-term aspects, right? But in the beginning, of course, it's just going to be, our books is booked on Friday and Saturday. Can you come in and I'll pay you X amount of Z per client? So now it's just more commission based. And then you go to hourly one show. So we see like 20, 30 clients a day. So Chiquita would be taking all my money if I did commission. So I then had to flip to hourly and make her a full-time employee.
Okay. And that's big because sometimes they be like, I might hear them. They might say, well, I got to go and get my esthetician some money, some clients, and this person some clients. But y'all all is like focused on one main service. Not so much, oh, this person got to get some clients, this person, like.
Thanks to you. So we never niched down on weight loss, right? It was something that we was passionate in, and that was our highest service. But once we niched down on that, it was very obtainable to have this team because now everybody know what their job duties is. The medical assistant know when people come in, she's checking them in. You know, Chiquita knows she's doing BMIs and vital signs. And then I come in and seal the deal with the consultation portion of it. So everybody now has a part because we have niched down. Now, say, for instance, we was offering all these Chinese services, as you would say. Would nobody know what their role is because it's all over the place. Do that make sense?
Yeah, 100%. So cause sometimes when you tell people to niche down, they think like, oh my gosh, I just spent all this money on these devices, these other devices. What I got to do, I got to make money for them. Like, when you niche down, do you still offer anything else on the back end?
We offer all the other services on the back end, but we specialize in weight loss. So you have to build trust and credibility in your marketplace. And once your clients trust you, now you can upsell them on the back end, whatever service that may look like, whether it's IV hydration, whether they done lost weight and now they want a little filler, right? Or Botox. So, but they trust you at this point because you have built that credibility in that marketplace.
I love that. So that's the secret. That's the trick.
Yes.
Don't sell everything on the front end. Sell one thing on the front end and still sell the other stuff on the back end.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, because when I come into these aesthetic professionals, they be like, I'm a one-stop shop. And they be so happy with it. But then when you go look at their social media, you might see they do teeth whitening today. They might do that tomorrow, this. And then it's like a little bit of weight loss or a little bit of Botox. It's like, what is it that you do? Like, it's so hard for the consumer to be able to go out and promote you when they don't know what it is that you do.
And I used to be like that. I wanted to make sure the money was coming in. So I was like, I got to offer this service. I got to offer this service. I got to offer this service. So our books would be all over the place, and we was all over the place. We was not structured at all when we offer all them different services.
Oh yeah, that's yeah. I was like that too, right? Yeah. Even when we was like so general when it came to content, we were serving every different industry. Now that we only serve the aesthetic industry, now it's so much simpler and so much clearer. I tell people all the time, this is the clearest I ever been when I niche down and serve one audience.
It's easier. It's so much easier. But I thought, I got to get the money. I got to get the money from Botox. I got to get the money from filler. I got to get the money from I got to get the money.
Yeah.
But I had no structure. It was like nothing.
But like, even those, like, let's say I came in, I said something, but what made you take action?
Because I knew I didn't have the structure. I could run my business and I was making money, but I knew something was missing. And it was the structure portion. And I'm telling you, once I niched down, it ran so much smoother. Like, my business runs so much easier now because I'm niche down. Yeah.
That's dope. I know you had your first 6-figure month.
Yes.
How was your first 6-figure month?
It was mixed feelings. I was happy or excited, humble. I was blessed because I knew I had stayed consistent. I knew I didn't give up. So I was humble, but I was tired. So me and Chiquita was seeing 20, 30 people a day. We opened from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. and we servicing clients all day. And that's what stretched us. So we were stretched thin, but we made it. We made it. We did it. And I'm so grateful just looking back on that because I feel like when I was stretched that thin in March, I can do anything now.
But what was your, like, you were stretched to the point, like, you probably wanted to give up.
I did.
But why would you want to give up when you was having success?
Because it was a lot. And entrepreneurship, y'all, is not easy. And even when you making the money, it's not easy. I think it get a little harder. Yeah. Because now you servicing a lot of people. Yeah. You making the money. This is what I wanted. I wanted these 6-figure months. Yeah. But I was like, dang, it come with all this. I got to do all this. Yeah. I'm on calls. I'm on sales calls. I'm servicing clients in between. I'm getting home tired. But this is what I wanted. This is what I asked for. And I always tell God, I ain't complaining. Thank you. I thank him every day. But it stretched me. But I can appreciate the moments now.
So I see a lot of aesthetic professionals, they be like, well, I want 6-figure months. I want 6-figure months. But it be just them by themselves. Like, why you shake your head?
It's not possible.
Why?
It's too much. You can't show up as your best self with just you trying to make 6-figure months. You have to have a team behind you. And it's possible. But if you do it by you, I couldn't have never did 6-figure months without my team. Ever. I couldn't imagine in my spa servicing 30 clients a day.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
And then, like, so it'll be like, okay, I'm giving them a shot. I'm taking up on. I'm cleaning. I'm doing this. I'm doing like you'll be so discombobulated.
Yes, it's too much.
But I think the internet brainwashes the people to be like, oh, I gotta have this 6-figure months. I gotta do this. I gotta do this. But you're not ready yet.
But, yeah.
You're not ready. And so, but when it is, like, I think sometimes people think that all of the stars got to be aligned. That's when you're ready. But it's like you got thrown into the fire. Right. Like you couldn't prepare for that.
No. And I wasn't prepared for it. I saw my business gradually building every month. Yeah. But when March hit, I'm like, we had 40K in 14 days. Yeah. We had 50K in 15 days. Yeah. Like the money was coming in. I was like, oh my God. Yeah. but I was sad.
Yeah. And you want to know what's so crazy? That this is not pandemic.
No,
this is
right.
This is post-pandemic.
Right.
This is way after pandemic. Matter of fact, this is when they say right now we in a recession.
Yes.
So you're doing 6-figure months right now in a recession.
Yes.
When people are giving up.
Yes.
Who you give that credit to?
I give it to my team.
Yeah.
I give it to my team. I always thank my team. I try to show my team appreciation because some days we do get stretched.
Yeah.
Some days we do have them difficult clients. Yeah. Sometimes we do have them clients who come and tell us how we have changed their life.
Yeah. You know, I got to witness some of them talk about how they change, how you change their life. And I came back and I told Gabby, I'm like, this is what it's about.
Yes.
Like, Gabby, do you understand the impact that is happening by Stormie showing up and being coachable?
Yes.
And the life she changing? Yes. That's different.
Yes.
But did you know that would happen when you got in this field?
I didn't. I thought that I was just doing aesthetics, right? But once I niched down on weight loss, which we know is a huge issue with most Americans, a lot of people, weight loss issues is just way deeper than weight loss. So it may be childhood traumas, it may be depression, it may be stress, it may be a little bit of everything, right? But once a woman come to your spot and say, you've changed my life, I at one point didn't even want to live. And now you have inspired me to keep going. That's like, dang, I did that. So that tops the 6-figure months for me.
Yeah. Because even for you didn't even care about the money at all. Like I tell people all the time, like Stormie was, you know, when she had her first 6-figure, when I keep saying first because it's like you got multiple. Right. Your system is moving, right? You didn't even know that you had 6-figure months. You care more about the people that's coming in versus than the money that you're making. And I said, everybody else care about the money that's coming in and not the people that they helping.
And I think that makes a difference. I love to serve. I want to make sure my clients have an experience. They don't just come in for a service. They come in and get a whole experience. We can cry together. You want a little wine? We could drink together. We could talk about whatever. But at the end of the day, they have an experience. So that's what me and my team, that's what we stand for. Yeah. It's not just a service, it's an experience.
Yeah, that's big.
Yeah.
But not only the clients you serve, you also serve your peers.
I do.
Why is it important that you teaching other aesthetic professionals how to scale and grow their med spa? Because you don't have to teach nobody nothing, because you can just stay with all of the secret sauces, all of the processes, all of the systems to yourself. But you take it upon to help people, even if they're not your students, even if they just reach out, DM you, call you for questions, you answer. Why? I
think because when I first started, I didn't have nobody to help me. So I begged people. I was like, I pay. And nobody would help me. And I'm talking about people who look like me, right? They wouldn't help me. So I was like, and I love to serve. I'm a nurse. I know how to nurture. I know how to be compassionate. I know how all that good stuff, right? So I was like, I want to give something to my community that we don't got. And that's a woman who's doing business, who's making the money, who can show y'all how to make the money. Because what happens is we have limited beliefs. We believe that other ethnicities can do it, but we can't. Why? Why can't we do it?
Where do you think that's stimulated from?
I think it has a lot to do with childhood. For me, how I grew up, we grew up 9 to 5. Yeah, my mother was on drugs. My grandma helped raise us, but she did a 9 to 5. She had to take care of 8 of my mama kids. I only knew 9 to 5. She worked every day. So that's what's instilled in you. You go to school, you go to work, you get a job. Not you go to school, you be an entrepreneur, you build your legacy. That wasn't instilled in us.
Yeah, because I'm the first generation, right? You know, but I did have family members that was hustlers.
Exactly.
But not entrepreneurs.
Exactly.
Right. And so I didn't know, even when I started entrepreneur, I started off hustling.
Yes.
And now I'm realizing that the hustling limited my growth.
Mm-hmm.
I could not scale by hustling.
Right.
So now I have to make sure that we have a systemized business that is scalable, that can keep growing even if I'm not in the picture.
Exactly.
And so what is some of the systems that you looked at in your business that was like, this is a key system that I need to always have?
I never did email or text message marketing until y'all came into, and we built my content build out, right? So I was like, getting leads. Yeah, I got leads. My clients come in and that's my lead. But it was bigger than like people seeing me and opting in to want to know more about me.
Yeah.
I never did. So that was a system now that I use and love it.
Yeah.
Because I'm able to communicate with 5,000 leads who are interested in the services that I offer.
Yes.
So that was definitely one of them. Another one was content. I didn't do content. I was a flyer girl. I would put a flyer on Instagram and that was my content. So those are definitely some of the systems that has worked and has grown and scaled my business.
How them calls, them sales calls? Like, are you taking your sales calls? Are you passing them on? Like, how's that?
So what I found out with my team is I'm responsible for calls.
Why?
Because I am the face of my brand. I know my brand better than anybody knows my brand. Granted, my team has been with me, but I'm the one who can sell. And I couldn't sell at first now. Don't listen. I thought a sales call was getting on the phone, telling them what I offer, and that was it. Sales is about listening to your clients, listening to their problem, and you offering the solution.
That's it. That's it.
That took me a long time to figure that out.
Listen more.
Yes.
Let them talk. Because they tell you everything every problem they have, they tell you.
Yes. And tell you if they got the money to spend it. All in that 15 minutes.
Like, so what are some of the key aspects that you pull out in the sales calls to help you determine if this person is suitable for y'all help?
I think the first thing is, what's your goals? Once they tell me what their goals is, well, what have you done to try to reach your goals?
Yeah.
And now they're going off into, well, I've tried this and this didn't work. So now in my mind, they're discouraged and this is their last resort. So by me having that like this, they ready to give up. So now I have to do some encouragement, right? I have to talk to them, well, you tried and, now I'm pouring into them, right? But in the midst, they're confiding in me. So then that's how I'm able to hit them with my solution to their problem.
You said this all happens in 15 minutes?
I try to granted, some of my calls go over 15 minutes and I appreciate it because once you get on a call with somebody, they like, it's just like the no. It's the short answers. Yeah. But once you could tell a client have warmed up to you when they just want to keep talking to you. And I think that's what converts my sales quicker and better because now I'm relatable.
So have you had any people that were just mean to you on them calls?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Like plenty of times. And at one point I wasn't doing my calls because it was so many. So I had a team do my calls and I had to take my calls back because what I realized is sometimes they want to talk to me. They see my face and it makes a difference. Women be like, Stormie, is really you? And I'm like, yeah, it's me. And I know then they can appreciate that because they like, she literally doing her own calls. Yeah. Usually we have another person calling, talking about can't nobody call and talk about my business.
So they say like as the owner, as the salesperson, right, until you get a big sales team, your conversion is always going to be higher. Let's just say you had a 40% conversion rate. But if you had a team member do that, your conversion rate might drop down to 10%.
Yes. And that's what happened to us at one point because we were so overwhelmed with calls. We had a team and we seen the conversions drop. And we had to restructure and take the calls. Well, I had to take the calls back.
So how as a provider, how are you able to balance that? Because other providers out here that might have the calls, but then they get busy or this and that, they're not taking. Like, how are you able to balance that?
I think that's where my team come in at. So, like I said, I'm responsible for calls. I'm responsible for sales. I get the people in the door. That is my job because I have overhead. I have medications I got to pay for. I got a payroll I got to pay for. And my team know their roles, whether it be my medical assistant or my other nurse.
Okay.
I'm responsible for calls. I'm responsible for increasing my visibility and increasing my credibility in the marketplace because I am the face of my brand.
Okay, I enjoy that. When it comes to medication and stuff, like some people might buy too much. Like, how are you controlling inventory, not putting out too much inventory? And this, of course, you got a lot of traffic, so of course it ain't gonna get stale. But how do you balance that out?
I think by having a budget, and my budget is based on per client I have. And that's another thing. Like, you got to look really deep down in your back office. If I have 250 clients on weight loss medication, I at no point can run out of weight loss medication. So that means my ordering is weekly. I look at how much I used last week and I project the following weeks thereafter. I don't go and buy big bulks of medicine because sometimes I know a lot of aesthetic professionals this past summer, they numbers kind of shifted a little bit.
Yeah.
So you really have to go based off what your current numbers are.
Yeah, because that's a big thing. Because sometimes I hear people like, oh, well, I got this product sitting here. And I know any sitting product is losing money.
A lot of money.
Because it's like expiration dates on that stuff. Oh, man, yeah. Also, talking about product, you have a product coming out.
Yes.
Like, tell us about it.
So I have a weight loss supplement line coming out. It's a detox, a fat burner, and a multivitamin. And once again, I wanted to show up for my community. I wanted to bridge the gap between that high blood pressure and diabetes. I get so many clients who, for whatever reason, they're on a fixed income, they're not working. They need to lose the weight because they're suffering from so many health concerns, right? But they don't have the money. I wanted to use this as an alternative to help them start their weight loss journey.
That's deep. But why did you feel like it's your mission to help them in this, right? Because some aesthetic practice would be like, well, if they can't afford me, they need to go somebody else. I'm not the one. But what made you like, man, let me go and create something for them?
Because I'm solving a problem to these people's solution. Like I said, I get on these calls and they tell me, I can't afford this, baby. I really need to, I got to do something. And I feel bad. I don't know this lady, but I feel bad because I feel like the system is failing them. So now I'm like, what can I do to help my community? What can I do to help this lady that I never met before lose at least 15 or 20 pounds? Now I done started a whole weight loss supplement line.
How was that process? Because we just actually went to your manufacturer, and this not no white label.
Right, right. So the process has been stressful like all the other processes, but it's worth it. I see the bigger picture. And us going to visit the manufacturing company, I'm more eager now to get my products launched because I see my formula being formulated to help my community. So I'm excited now.
Hold on, you said your formula.
I formulated my weight loss supplements. Me. No white label. This is formulated based on what I feel like my community needs, what I've been seeing with my weight loss clients and their weight loss journeys. I have over 250 weight loss clients.
Yes.
At this point, I consider myself specialized. And I know what they need, and I am willing to do anything to make their goals come into light.
That's big.
Yeah.
So you're taking a risk to serve that.
Yes.
That's scary.
It's scary.
It's scary.
Because it's new for me.
Because now it's a whole nother system.
Yes.
Now. You gotta bring in a whole nother system for products.
Yes.
People don't tell you that.
No.
So, whew.
I know.
Right. But it's all a part of growth.
It is.
So what would you say to the med spa owners that might be on the verge of closing their doors?
I feel like, and I've seen this past summer, I've seen a lot of entrepreneurs close their business, and it kind of hurt my feelings a little bit. I don't know why I took it so personal. For whatever reasons, they closed their business. Y'all got this. We are so quick to give up. Listen, when them numbers start to shift, it happens. You got to pivot. You got to show up in another way. And what I see a lot of times with my mentees, I'll say, what did you do to get clients? And they'll say, well, I posted on social media. I said, you need to make it your business to get out in your community and talk to at least 5 people a day and tell at least 5 people a day about your business. I don't care if you at the grocery store, the dollar store, the mall. You got to tell people about your business.
Because if you don't, who will?
Who will?
So it's like not sitting around waiting for somebody to just discover you when you ain't even put yourself out there.
Exactly. If social media ain't working for you, pivot to something else. Yeah. What else did you do? If you saw all month social media wasn't working for you, what did you do this following month to make a difference in your now this your business. You done put this money in your business. Yeah. What did you do to show up for your business?
And big time, whenever I see social media is not working for people, it's because they not working it.
Yes.
So it'd be like, well, I boost a post, or
yes,
I paid $5 for
that
a
was
lead,
me,
right? Or I put out some flyers.
That was me.
Of course, it ain't gonna work for you because you're not working the system.
Yes.
You got to spend money. You got to spend, to be honest, right? You got to spend at least, and this is bare minimum, $30 a day. And that's real low, to be honest, right?
Yeah.
Real low, right? Like I had a conversation with a guy the other day. He's spending $150 a day.
Okay.
Right? And so that's $4,000 a month on ads, paid ads. But it's not just generalized. It's actually going to the main service.
Exactly. Listen, that was me.
Yeah.
I would boost the post and be like, all right, I done spent this $35 on boosting the post. And I remember one time you said, how much you want to spend on ads? I was like, $5 a day.
Oh, yeah. I think you told it to Gabby. Yeah. I'm like, she said, what? I said, no.
You was like, no, that ain't gonna work. And I'm like, all right, he the expert.
Yeah. But and then the reason why, right? The reason why it ain't gonna work, because think about, if it costs us $8 to acquire one lead, it's going to take us 2 days to get one lead.
Yes.
Right? But then that one lead, we know it's a numbers game. So let's say if out of 100 leads, we only get on the phone with 30 people. But if we did that and we got, let's see, at 15, so you probably get 15 leads that whole month. And then out of those 15 leads, you might get 2 people to pick up the phone.
Yeah. It takes somebody like you to break that down, though.
Yeah.
Because listen, I spent $35 on food a day. So when you say $35, I'm like, oh, he want me to spend $35. But okay, I spent $1,000 a month, but I made 6 figures.
Yeah. Oh.
That don't even come on. The math ain't mathing.
Of course, we never shared that back number, right? Nobody knows that you spent $1,000 on ads and made 6 figures.
Exactly.
You know why we never shared that number? Because that don't happen every day, and we don't want people to come to us expecting that. Right? Now you spend more on ads and money.
Now I spend more.
Right?
Now I spend more, yes.
But it's like, that right there was different. And I want to tell the people, what was it? It's a compounding thing, right? It wasn't just, oh, I spend ads. Oh, it wasn't just, I'm coachable.
Yes.
Oh, it wasn't because, oh, I'm taking sales calls. Oh, I'm creating content. Oh, I got automations. It was because you actually care about your people.
Yes.
Is what was that missing ingredient that a lot of people don't get. And you had also, we created this thing called a Jared moment. You had a Jared moment.
Yes, I did.
And when we say a Jared moment, it's like when you think of Subway.
Yes.
Subway had a face for it that from the results. You had a Jared moment.
I did.
Plus, you was coachable. Plus, you ran ads. Plus, you created content. Plus, you doing automations. Plus, you cared.
But guess what I call a system?
A system.
That a lot of aesthetic professionals don't have. And a lot of aesthetic professionals are not willing to pay for.
Yes. And what, because you didn't come in saying, hey, I want to make $100,000 tomorrow. Like, you didn't even come in saying nothing like that. You just came in like, I want to create content.
Yes.
Like, so you didn't set yourself in this small box and like having these constraints to have a result tomorrow. Like, what was your real thinking?
My real thinking was I needed to grow and scale my business. But guess what? Now I'm dominating my marketplace. Yes. My content, people will stop me and be like, you the weight loss girl. Okay, I'll take the weight loss girl. Your ads are everywhere. And I'm like, because I don't see my ads.
Yeah.
Everybody who come into my spot, you're everywhere.
Yeah.
But like you said, it was my systems. It was all those combined.
Yeah.
To make my 6K months. It wasn't just one thing. It was
your 6K months.
I mean my 6-figure months. I'm sorry. But it was a system. It took that system.
Yeah. And so you had a system to do your 6-figure months. Right? A lot of people think a system has to operate with just them. But it's not. You got a lot of automations. You got a lot of people special. You go like you gotta like, even us at the King of Content, like we care about Stormie.
Yeah.
Like we don't play about Stormie.
Yeah.
Right. We testing. We doing this, but we also be like, hey Stormie, we testing this. What you think? You're like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Some people like, because when it comes to testing, like what that means is some stuff might not work.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
But some people don't let you test, so you can't know if it's gonna win or not. Like even I remember when Gabby, she must have looked in at your campaign from January to February, and she said, I want to test something different. Like I think you was at the airport going to Las Vegas for
a DripCon.
Yeah, right. And you even said like something just changed. Right? And it was because Gabby was testing something on the back end. But if people don't allow somebody to test, you don't know if it's going to win or lose. But the thing with testing is, you can lose money.
Yes.
But you also can make money.
Yes.
But then I think testing is necessary because in the long run you win.
Yeah.
But where did that patience come from?
I think for me, because this content, back office, automations is not my thing.
Yeah.
But it has helped me grow and scale my business. Y'all can tell me I want to do X, Y. I'm like, okay. Yeah. Let me know. I want to do it.
Yeah.
Because this is what you specialize in. And I trust you. Yeah. The same as with my clients. I specialize in weight loss and they trust me.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. How can I want my clients to trust me and I don't trust other people with my stuff?
You don't micromanage either. Like
no.
It's like with you just like, okay, cool.
Yeah, I don't want nothing to do with it.
But we get people that like not performing in general, but want to micromanage everything we do. Or we'll be like, hey, you should do this. No, I want to do this. We send you your money back.
Listen, I don't got the time. I have so many clients based off y'all system and y'all structures.
Yeah.
If I wanted to micromanage y'all, I ain't even got time to micromanage y'all. Y'all keep me so busy.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Yeah. But I think you said something before. You was like, I didn't come in here thinking this was gonna happen in months or nothing. Like, what was that long-term look for you?
The long-term look for me was probably about a year.
Yeah.
Because I remember us having a phone consultation. And I was like, oh, okay, a year. Cool. But it happened in what?
90 days.
Yeah.
Which don't happen all the time. But like I said, all of these elements came to play. First of all, you was coachable. You did your part. Like, and that's the biggest thing. Like, it's like, all right, Stormie doing her part, we doing our part, right? And so that's it. As long as you do your part, because you didn't come in here saying, oh, you guys got to run my business. No. You was like, all right, well, what I got to do? All right, oh, you should do X, Y, Z. Okay, cool, I'm going to take care. You take care of everything that you have to do that's put on your plate.
Yes.
Like, sometimes I think some of the aesthetic professionals think that, like, we the butlers.
Yeah.
And we got to cook the food. We got to make the food. We got to serve them food. We got to help them eat the food.
Everything.
Huh? That's crazy.
It's crazy.
No, let's prepare this meal together so you can go out and serve the world.
And I think that's where a lot of people fail in their business. They don't want to show up for their own business. They want somebody else to show up, but they don't even want to show up for their business. And that's like I have a mentorship. It's the same thing. If I ask you to execute something and you call me and you had that same problem and you ain't executed what I told you to execute, we got a problem. I don't know if it's a breakdown somewhere, but it's like, how bad do you want it?
That's it. I know it might be some people that worked at the hospital when you worked that seeing you doing your thing. What words of encouragement do you give to them?
So I'm not opposed to bedside.
Yeah.
I did bedside for a long time working in my aesthetic business until I was able to get that clientele to leave bedside. So they always call and they encourage me to keep going. But I tell people, if you even want to do an additional stream of income, or if you, it's okay to dibble and dabble in both. I feel like you need bedside to know how to handle clients, because now you're handling a whole business of clients, whereas we could clock in and clock out and that was it. You can't clock out of this business. This is your business, so you kind of need that bedside. So I'm so grateful. I get a lot of calls and DMs about how I encourage and inspire people who I don't even know. So that's so motivating. I'm telling y'all, that keep my momentum up. And that keeps me going. Because sometimes I need the momentum to keep going too, because I'm tired for whatever reasons and I'm burnt out.
Have you ever dealt with clients that was rude and mean to you, like actual clients?
Yes.
Like, how do you get over that? Because some people might deal with a rude client and think that they're not doing the right part. Like, they might have imposter syndrome, or they might have an element where they like, man, I don't know if this works for real.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I think it's sitting down, listening to your client, however they convey their message. You know, some people can be rude and it is a way to talk, but I think when they convey their message, you really need to look down and be like, dang, could I have done something different? Or could I have changed something? Or could I have did X, Y, and Z? But if you know you done everything you can for that client, now let's sit down and have a real conversation. I know you wanted to vent today. And listen, I might laugh it off and I'm still professional. Okay, you wanted to vent and I was the person who you wanted to vent to today. Now can I tell you what I think you need to do? Now when she leave out, I may be mad than a mug. But in the midst of that, I was able to show her that I'm listening, her message is conveyed, and I am trying to do whatever I can to help me solve her problem.
We call it over here a coming to Jesus moment.
Yes.
So we have a coming to Jesus moments with our clients.
Yeah.
Because it's a long term. Like, I tell our clients, like, we don't want to be with you for months. We want to be with you for years. Yeah. We want to grow with you. Like, I think that a lot of these aesthetic professionals jump from like marketing agents to marketing agencies, so they're brainwashed to every 90 days to switch people, when we're a content firm. So it's long term. We don't want to be short term. And another thing is, how can you build with somebody if you keep jumping from system to system, resetting, expecting a miracle to happen when it don't? Like, you can have some instant good stuff, but what about when times is slow, hard? Who gonna be with you? Who gonna build with you? When times is up, who's gonna be with you? Who gonna build with you? And it's like, what makes you so loyal to stay and building?
I think it's my community. I think it's my clients. Like I said, when I have a client who come in here and tell me I changed their life, that does something to me. I'm like, ooh, that keeps me going. So for me, my client, I have some loyal clients. I love my clients. I appreciate my clients. I have some difficult clients. I love them. I appreciate them. But they are what keeps me going. I have been able to, at this current moment, help my community lose 10,000 pounds. That is big.
Yes. What do that mean to you?
That means that I'm helping somebody stay healthier. I'm helping somebody fight high blood pressure. I'm helping somebody fight diabetes, and they ain't got to be sitting in the hospital at 28 or 38 or 48, not knowing what their health go look like, because I help them. So I'm telling you, the weight is bigger. Like, it's bigger for them sometimes, but it's bigger for me because my goal is bigger.
I love that, because I remember one time you was like, hey, I'm about to go focus on getting better results for my clients, right? I'm going to change my what's the name up so I can get better results. And I was like, that's dope. I never heard nobody else say that. What I do is I hear people say, oh my gosh, oh, I need more leads. I need this. No, you was like, let me make sure that my clients can get better results. Let me do something different. I don't think this is working as best as it could. Let me change something up.
And listen, and I changed that, and like you said, we test.
Yeah.
We see what work, we see what don't work, right? Yeah. And I was listening to my clients, but not only that, I was seeing. I don't want my clients to feel like I just take their money.
Yeah.
I want them to be able to come in there and be like, here, I owe you today. You know what I'm saying? Because they're so satisfied with their service. Yeah. I do not have to beg money from none of my clients. They come in and be like, I know I owe a payment today. They be so happy to spend that money because guess what? I'm offering them experience and I'm offering them a service that's going to save their life.
And you're getting them results.
And I'm getting them results. And if that means changing my product or testing and retesting, rebuilding and restructuring, that's what I'm going to do.
Let's go. But you are a real leader.
Yes.
Right. Is there anything that was on your heart that you want to talk about? Like, it can be anything.
I just want to say to my aesthetic professionals, I am a woman of color. I make 6 figures a month. It's doable. It's possible. You lose a lot of family and friends along the way, and sometimes their vision ain't your vision. It's okay. Keep going. If this is something you're really passionate about, keep going. If this is your passion, can't nobody be able to stop what God has for you. But you have to be able to put in the work and show up for your business before anybody else do. And that means you. That means whatever mentor they get. If you don't show up for your business in the capacity you need to show up, how do you expect somebody else to?
How do you stay strong when people start hating on you?
Oh, that's hard. It's hard because my feelings be hurt. Because the thing of it is, my intention is to help people. I don't wish nobody no ill will. I don't wish nobody bad in their business. So when I get a lot of backlash from people who look like me, people I have helped, people who call me, people who I know don't like me, who's been in my aesthetic business and shadowed me, and I've taught them how to make money, it hurts my feelings, but then that puts me in defense mode, right? So now, for a couple of days, I don't want to help nobody. I'm going to be honest. Then it comes back to that's not what my purpose is. God tell me that's not what your purpose is. I told you your purpose is to serve. So then I get over it. And then I go back and get my feelings hurt again. But it's just a trial and error. But now I'm learning how to not take it so personal. Yeah. And I feel like that's why I'm so humble and blessed with everything that God is pouring into me.
I love that because as servant leaders, we get hate. But 9 times out of 10, the hate be people that do something what we do and they don't like it.
Yeah.
It never be from like the people we done like serviced. It's people that's doing what we doing. And it's like, but why?
Yeah.
Did you just want a little more attention? Like for me, it be hurting my heart. Like I be like my brain operate like I gotta know why this is happening. But then I spend more time understanding why this is happening to realize that I didn't even do nothing. I didn't provoke this. I didn't cause this. I didn't do nothing.
Yes.
That person's ego and jealousy caused them to make a raft in a wave.
Yes.
Man, and it be hurt my heart. And then like I remember one time I had a guy, he came back to me 2 years later. He said, it was my fault. He just had an ego moment. And it's like we done lost 2 years of communication because you had an ego moment. When all I do is like, I'm one of them people, right? If I have a loaf of bread and you got a lot going on, I give you majority of that bread. Like that loaf of bread, I give you more slices because I know I can go out and hunt.
Yes.
But I know you might not be able to because you might be wounded at this time. I always been like that my whole life. I don't take from nobody. If you give me, like back in the days, if you like, I use this, if you give me 99 cents for a bag of chips, I'm going to bring you back your 1 cent. Because I understand integrity is everything.
Exactly.
But I'm going to make sure everybody on my team win. No matter what.
Yes.
And so if you're going through a situation, I might give you a bigger piece this time. So you can get out of that because I need you to be 110% so we can operate and win. So it's like anytime somebody do have ill wills to me, I know I didn't do it. And if I did do something, like said something wrong, I know how to say sorry instantly.
Yes.
Instantly. Not 10 years later.
Right.
Instantly.
Right.
Oh, that was my fault. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I was wrong. Like right now, I'm reading a book right now saying ego is your enemy. Because I think sometimes we can have ego in moments, not all the time. And so it's like sometimes I did let my ego push me to do stuff that I didn't enjoy.
Yeah.
And so I remember one time I had my ego, I went into a room and the people didn't shake my hand. But the big dogs in the room did. But the little dogs did. I didn't like that feeling. So my ego pushed me to go out there and spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on designer, lifestyle, when that wasn't me.
Yeah.
And that made me mad because that was supposed to be for properties and real estate. But I let my ego push me and brainwash me. Now I'm controlling my ego.
That's big.
But us as a culture, we don't know that. As a culture, we take everything personal. And when we take something personal, we can be moving reckless. Wow. And I'm learning that as I get older every day.
That's big.
I'm learning that. Stormie, what is your superpower and why?
My superpower is serving. That's what I do. I love it. I enjoy it. When y'all community is big for me. So my aesthetic business is bigger than just me. It's helping my community. And I tell a lot of my mentees, you gotta have integrity. You have to be honest, and you have to serve. It's not always about buy. You want your clients to buy, but you have to serve.
I love that. So, why should somebody get the Stormie Lynn weight loss line?
Because this weight loss product or products are formulated, you guys, to help you lose weight, maintain your weight, and it is a nice alternative for when you can't afford them higher end weight loss supplements or them higher end medications that'll help you reach your weight loss goals.
What makes Stormie Lynn more unique than anything else that they can go and get out of the grocery store or something?
Because like I said, I put a lot of thought into this. This is all vitamins and amino acids and minerals that our body naturally needs. Of course, I'm a nurse, right? So we know what you need, but it's different. It's about to change. This product is about to be so dope and so fire. I see the projections is crazy.
I love that. Also with the product, how can other med spa owners benefit from the product?
Yes. So we actually will have a nice affiliate program for aesthetic owners, med spa owners who want to actually sell the product, and we will comp them for selling the product as well, just so it can reach enough people, just so it can be visible in the community, right? And for us to make a difference.
Oh, I love that. So not just your clients get the benefit, but also your students get your peers. Man, that's big.
Yes.
Like, that's selfless.
Yes.
You're thinking about everybody to win.
Absolutely. And that's the thing. We can do so much together than we can separate.
I think that's something we're learning as a people.
Yeah.
And I think it's taking time.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to take a longer time. We might not be on this earth when it actually happens, but I pray that it happens soon. I pray that we can come together and we can have an impact that is bigger than anything ever been seen while we here.
Yes.
And to witness this. But it started with us coming together instead of competing against each other. Everybody that's in this world that's doing what they're doing, I want them to win.
Mm-hmm.
I'll help you win. But don't, just because you win don't mean I lose.
Exactly.
We're going to win together.
We're going to win together.
I love that. Stormie, I want to thank you for coming on to the Content Aesthetic Show and actually helping the aesthetic professionals get an insight on what else they could be doing.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate you so much. I think this is a great platform for all aesthetic professionals who need to increase their visibility and credibility.
I love that. I want to thank you for tuning in to the Content Aesthetic Show. I pray that you look at your business as being bigger than a business. Look at it as a community home where you can serve more people in your community by doing what you love to do. I hope that you understand that things might not happen overnight, but you got it in you to fight. Don't give up when times get hard, because that is what breaks us apart. And so use this episode as the ship to get you to your destination. Thank you. I'm Dontel Antonio, and this is the Content Aesthetic Show.